Good evening, everyone. Welcome to America's Third Party. I'm David Sponheim. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas Eve. We are. We're having a wonderful experience watching the impeachments happen. Merry impeachments, by the way. Yeah, a lot of you are wondering how many different impeachment articles there are. Well, right now there's only two, but there will probably be more because the Democrats are definitely able to put out more impeachment articles and keep sending them to the Senate. Legally, the Senate is going to receive the impeachment one way or another. Whether Nancy Pelosi hands it over or not, it's been logged as an impeachment by the House. So whether they go deeper into it and continue this effort to expose Donald Trump is entirely up to the House. But there's more than enough evidence to keep this rolling, because the impeachment articles we have right now don't even touch on the Russian connections to Donald Trump and election and controlling the election, harassment of our nation's election process. Hey, if you're looking for a Russian bride, this is your opportunity to meet some of the new gals that are on the list of people that are working for Russia. Lovely Lindsey Graham, beautiful, very nice brunette, very attractive. William Barr, beautiful young lady with kind of a penchant for lying and supporting Russia, but overly anxious. And then look, Mitch McConnell, Moscow Mitch, we call her, with her pigtails. And I got to tell you, the prize here is little Donnie Trump. He works directly for Vladimir Putin, and he'll do whatever he asks him to do. He will. Yeah. So if you guys are wondering if these ladies are available for personal use, I don't know. I think it takes a lot of money, a lot of Russian oligarch money to get them to do things for you. All right, but you can always grab them by the beep. Okay. Pelosi is desperate, according to Donald Trump, and hates all the people that voted for him. I don't know. That sounds like Donald Trump's trying to divide the country, doesn't it? That's the overriding message I'm getting, that Donald Trump is a divider, not a uniter. He's a very divisive guy. He comes off as like Mr. Meanie, except when he's in front of a camera and the cameras are rolling. Now he's Mr. Nice Guy. He's claiming he's ready to handle North Korea's Christmas surprise. It might be a beautiful vase, he says. He has a sweet demeanor there, looking at Mr. Donald in the White House, pretending like nothing's going on around him.
What options are you considering, Mr. President, if it does end up being a long-range missile test?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, let's see. Maybe it's a nice present. Maybe it's a present where he sends me a beautiful vase.
You know, why don't you ask Lavrov? Because Lavrov is the person who's been arranging all of Donald Trump's meetings with North Korea. Yeah, that's right. Donald Trump has a handler for Vladimir Putin. Putin doesn't call him. Lavrov takes care of that stuff. And Lavrov, it was laughable at the last meeting that Donald Trump made, where he didn't talk about getting rid of nuclear weapons at all, of course. The last meeting, Kim Jong-un was offered 500,000 bottles of vodka by Lavrov. And when they got there, I'm not kidding, this really did happen. When they got there, North Korea was so pissed off, the entire order of vodka was shut down by Lavrov. He called in a tip saying, no, we're not going to give these, and then they pulled it off the docks. Kim Jong-un was fit to be tied. So he's still pissed off about that. But none of that news ever made it to the mainstream, did it? You just heard Donald meeting Kim Jong-un for 3 separate times, but not one thing was accomplished in any of those meetings. So you're looking at a Russian ploy to make it seem like Donald Trump is working out deals with North Korea. That's all that was. It was a big advance for American foreign policy, I assure you. Now, the dossier is 100% real. And the man who put it together, Christopher Steele, got it, regardless of who contracted Christopher Steele, Hillary Clinton or whoever. It's irrelevant, because that's not illegal to do that. But the dossier itself came from, Christopher Steele originally came from this person, Oleg Erevinkin, a Russian FSB general, former KGB general, who went out on a limb and got that dossier to him. Whether it was for money or whatever, it did show the sex tape, and the sex tape has already been seen on the internet, parts of it. I saw it. I have a copy of just 24 seconds of it just to look at. But I don't see any nastiness in it. It's just Donald Trump sitting on a chair with a tablet and two women urinating on each other, but it's all blurred out. It's not like it's nasty. You know, it's not like porn. Dave, you're not closed? I'm open for the daily show, yeah. Okay, we got more stories about how a retired garbage man collected 45. Okay, this is not video not available. Sorry, you're interrupting the show, Bob. Anyway, this is Oleg Erevinkin, the ex-KGB chief linked to MI6 spy dossier on Donald Trump. This is not some light deal. He was killed Boxing Day, right after he handed his dossier over to Christopher Steele. He was killed. He technically died of a heart attack at age 61. But that's the deal. It doesn't work for me, Bob. Sorry. So don't think for a second the dossier is fake. This guy lost his life over it. Oleg Erevinkin, a former general in the KGB and its successor, the FSB, was found dead in the back of his car in Moscow on Boxing Day in mysterious circumstances. That alone should trigger your mind going, wait a second, what's going on? What's going on? WTF to you, too. What's happening with your life? Are you not getting video signals or something? What's going on? Explain what's going on with you. Wonky, yeah, that's because I'm talking about the top stories that you won't get in the mainstream media. Of course it's wonky. We want to welcome our visitors over at Twitch. We got a couple people at our show, our new flagship show, twitch.tv/coolrockparty. Thank you. Let's check the speed on that. 5-second delay, possibly 6-second delay. 7-second delay. Wow. Look at that, 10-second delay. Twitch really processes this video. So you got that option to go to Twitch. That's a 10-second delay. And you got a real-life Periscope show over there, too. If you're having problems on Vaughn, go to Periscope on a separate browser. Open that up with your Twitter account. And watch us over there. And then open the pop-out chat over here. That's what I do. So now that you know the dossier is real and it's not some fake document, you're more likely to be less treasonous. Because I know a lot of you people are hoping to be kind of treasonous on this important day. The fortnight of this great day, a memory of baby Jesus. Merry Impeachmas to you, too. And treason's greetings. Yeah. We'd play music, but they try to monetize me. If I play Jingle Bells, the Jingle Bells owner of the Jingle Bells company will try to make money on our show. I can kind of mouth the words jingle bells, Santa smells, something like that. Anyway, I got a question for you. This is just an offhand. Is it possible that Santa Claus, being he dresses so weird, is a bag person? Does anybody know? Was Santa Claus originally a homeless bag person? Because he dresses like the bag people. I think Santa Claus should dress more like Superman. I mean, if we're going to have this amazing guy who's right now cutting across the sky and NORAD's tracking him, supposedly, we are going to expect him to look and act like Super Santa Claus. I think that's the next thing that's coming. He's going to have nanofiber clothing and everything. I'll bet the next Santa Claus show will have all of that. Boeing discloses very disturbing messages about the 737 MAX. In a nutshell, a lot of the people who are trying to stop it from getting into production or getting it approved are now coming forth and saying, hey, we were talking about these problems early on and we were suppressed. So Boeing's got a lot of answering to do. Let's leave it at that. Their stock declined 1.3% today and rested at $333 a share. The Dow Jones, reflection of top 30 companies in the country, is up 60 points. And you got to thank, I want to thank personally Steve Mnuchin for somehow pumping $1.5 trillion into our country without anyone knowing. No wonder the stock market's doing so well. It was just revealed that Steve Mnuchin has stuck $1.5 trillion into it. They've discovered an anomaly. He explains why $1.5 trillion in $100 bills have disappeared He says they're in other banks around the world. So whatever's going on with Steve Mnuchin and the $1.5 trillion that's now missing may explain why the stock market's doing well. Just so you know. Okay? Thank you. Steve, don't play with our money like this. You got to be out of your mind to think that that's okay. You're screwing with our future. You're borrowing from tomorrow to pay for today, sir. And we didn't authorize that bull crap. I'd rather let the stock market rest on its own laurels and get a new level, even if it's lower than what it is today. Significantly lower. I don't like dumping money into a stock market by borrowing from tomorrow to pay for today. How to Christmas for people stuck in Paris because of the communist transport strike? Free opera ballet? Oh, really? So they had a free opera ballet in Paris. Look at this. Wow. Beautiful. And I really believe that these women must have been very chilly out there tiptoeing around in Paris. Kevin Spacey posts another bizarre Christmas Eve video. Really? I'm entrusting your advice here.
Kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness.
Disgraced actor Kevin Spacey posted a cryptic video on his YouTube page Tuesday. Wow. While in character as Frank Underwood from his former show House of Cards.
I vote for more good in this world.
Ah, yes. I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious?
I'm dead serious.
This isn't the entertainer's first strange video. Last Christmas he posted a video as Frank. Yeah, he was holding a ring too. I remember that. And indiscreetly responded to the sexual misconduct allegations made against him.
You don't like? You can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
Spacey, who faces several sexual misconduct accusations, was among the earliest and biggest names in the Me Too movement here. Yeah. To be ensnared in the Me Too movement against sexual assault and harassment. All right. He fell from grace, but he's still playing the character of Frank Underwood. It swept other industries, yeah. All right, so he was vindicated of his previous attack. Apparently that didn't amount to much, but a settlement, other than a settlement. So when he attacked the 14-year-old boy while he was drunk, yeah. And is it appropriate for us to talk about that, really, on Truth Tuesday, when we really don't even know the truth? The whole truth and nothing but the truth? I just think he's kind of a strange character. No, this is my real hair. I wore a hat today, so it kind of pressed down on my head. Thank you. How dare you? All right, that's good for that. And we're done here. We can just kind of spend the rest of the afternoon just enjoying ourselves, because there's really nothing in the news except for, yeah. Santa Claus is coming to town. You can track him here. The NORAD tracking system is up and running. I believe he may be upgrading his equipment with possibly diamond-proof exteriors on his reindeer sled made from the nano age. Computerized robotic reindeer are in the works. But
I take doing Santa very serious. And I said, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. And this is the reason why I come to the best place you could ever come to, Santa School.
Looking good, Santa.
Ho, 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 ho!
they've got a Santa school. Isn't that great? We don't know if Santa has STDs like you do, Melrose. We're sorry. When we found out that you went to prostitutes for sex, and then you complain about women having women smell because you're going to prostitutes for sex. All right.
Merry Christmas!
Charlie Howard started the school in 1937, and it's grown from 5 students a year to, I think this year is 125.
They're replicating. The Santa Clone Clinic is replicating, and their wigs and beards and natural gray hair are coming out in triplicate. No, the fact is, you go to prostitutes, Melrose. You can't possibly gauge how women are when you just look at the women you meet when you're with prostitutes. Come on. Get with the program. Treat women with respect, and they will treat you with respect. Unbelievable. Normally I have pretty steady flows of new information in the show, but the last couple of weeks I've kind of been lingering in the same place over and over again because we're stuck in impeachment zone. Nancy Pelosi refuses to give any information over until she gets Mitch McConnell to agree to a trial, which I think that's great. Michael Bloomberg used prison labor to make campaign calls. Sounds like a billionaire would do something like that. Yeah, can you imagine some guy in prison going, "Yo, I really wish you would vote for Mr. Bloomberg. You know, he's been really good to us. He's been really good to us, ma'am. He got us $1 a day to work this whole detail. Very nice man." 4 would be enough. Any more would be bad for your body. He asked me how many glasses of wine it takes him to get messed up. Now, if you're a regular alcoholic, Joe, that's going to take you more than 4. You need about 6. And then you'll be sleeping the rest of the day. The richest contender for the presidency in 2020 used prisoners to make phone calls to California for his campaign. Can you believe this? Reporting from The Intercept, Michael Bloomberg's campaign contracted through a third-party vendor, a New Jersey-based company called Procom. That firm runs 2 call centers in Oklahoma that are operated out of state prisons like El Reno. In at least one of those prisons, incarcerated people were contracted to make calls on behalf of the Bloomberg campaign, reports The Intercept's John Washington. The Bloomberg campaign did not dispute the story, but insisted it had no idea that prison labor was being used to make campaign calls. "We only learned about this when the reporter called us, but as soon as we discovered which vendor's subcontractor had done this, we immediately ended our relationship with the company and the people who hired them," Bloomberg said in a statement. What do you make a call saying, "Hey, I want to make you an offer you can't refuse. Stop having me buy prisoners to make the calls to represent me"? I'm featured, by the way. Thank you very much. That's good to know. Bloomberg seems to want to buy the world. And, you know, the American people never responded well to that. I don't have hardly any money going into this campaign race. This guy's got $7 billion of his personal assets to run into it. I want to do this the natural way. Sure, I could liquidate my fortunes, but who wants to? I want to do this the real way. I couldn't even expect to have the American people behind me unless I did it the real way. Not buying your notice, buying your attention. Right now, Santa's raiding my fridge. Hey, Scissor Fight, welcome. I believe it, yeah. We got a lot of stuff in the refrigerator. I picked up a Costco chicken today, and I'm not going to make a turkey tomorrow. Yeah, that's going in the freezer. Excuse me, in the refrigerator. I'll have to reheat it tomorrow morning. If you re-steam them, put a little water down, they actually get some of the salt out. It's not bad. Okay, if anyone here is alone with no one to spend Christmas with, please let me know. I need to borrow some chairs. It's pretty funny. Christmas chicken at Costco. Yeah. I was going to do a goose, but they're just too oily. But now that Costco pulled out hormones and steroids out of their chickens, I'm much more inclined to buy them. You're at a nice Mexican restaurant eating a steak burrito, and you're at the show I eat dinner too? Oh, you're awesome, Trump Tarda. Good for you, man. Nothing wrong with a good steak burrito. Yeah, a streak burrito. Okay, and The Republicans are fuming over the Democrats' threat of new impeachment articles. They don't even know the law. The Republicans don't even know the law. They haven't prosecuted Joe Biden. They haven't prosecuted Joe Biden. Oh, no, please don't call.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Welcome. Hello.
Hi, everyone. This is Sarah, and
Hello.
David's here, of course. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you so much for watching our show throughout the year. And I can't wait to have another year with you. Oh,
That was last year. That was last year. So this year we're doing something different. Yeah, we're not sending anything into the Vonmas, people.
oh joy.
They could play last year's. It wouldn't matter to me. I know. Now, the call didn't go through, so if you want to call again, try. Okay. Yes, can I help you, sir? What can I do for you? All right. Republicans fume over the Democratic threat of new impeachment articles. Time to cut them off. You can't cut them off. The Democrats can come up with 15 articles if they want. What the hell's wrong with these senators? They don't even know what the law or the Constitution allows. I was the one that led with the story there's going to be more impeachment charges coming, and sure enough, they're working on more impeachment charges. I've been right all along, people. It's amazing how I predict these things. Prince Andrew sends Christmas card with a photo of a dog's butt. I'm sorry, your call has been blocked. No? Yeah. This should be interesting. Prince Andrew is sending a Christmas card to all of his favorite people with the dog's butt on it. Oh, look at Scruffy going through the scrubs. And his little wiggling butt tail. No buts about it. Prince Andrew's 2019 went to the dogs. The disgraced royal is bidding his disastrous year adieu, with Christmas cards featuring a dog's behind, according to a report. Andrew joined ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, who stands by his side and believes him completely, 100%. And his princesses Beatrice and Eugenia is sending a bizarre festive message with the backside of one of their beloved Norfolk Terriers facing away from the camera. I wonder if Prince Andrew will be with Ghislaine Maxwell for Christmas at Mummy's Palace. Mummy, I'm having a guest come over. Sarah Ferguson and my good friend Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm sure you'd love to join them. Merry Christmas to you. Mine to yours. You have 24 oysters, caviar, foie gras, renard, botte, entre le rocher, pour le développement. Don't you actually have a restaurant, Meow? Because you made so many things. You cook myself with Gordon Ramsay accent to entertain the guests, really? Well, good for you. I'm glad you have guests at your palatial palace that you bought with all the money you made. Yeah, he owns 65% of Mark. Fascinating. Oh, I know. I love to cook in front of people. That's why I do a show every Thursday. So you have 24 oysters in the half shell, caviar for appetizers on toasts, a royal sangria roast à la sauce grand vinaigre, entremont, yule log. What is a yule log? Like a large, yeah. Is that something you're putting in the fire? Oh, sangria is wild boar. What is a yule log? Is that like a large bowel movement? Okay, well, whatever you want to enjoy, whatever your kink you're into. I don't want to judge you. I mean, there's a lot of people out there into some weird stuff. If that's your deal, I don't want to say anything bad about it. Remember when we talked about John McAfee in that way? He got all upset. Sarah has a ring on that finger, yeah. What do you mean, look out? Sarah and I are bonded. We're together. We're a couple. We're partners in this effort. A Russian journalist is out of a job after asking Putin a question. Isn't this amazing? Putin doesn't want to answer anybody at all because he is a dictator and has no concern for the people of his own country. All he cares about is his ownership of a greater nation. Here is a journalist asking a question.
Let the mic the young man. He'll ask the question. All right, to a girl. Good afternoon. My name is Alisa. I'm from Yamal TV channel. You know what's the biggest advantage of the global warming is that the Northern Sea route is brewing up more open. Well, it's not going just around Russian territory, it goes right through the Russian territory. That's true. Well, we are building up the infrastructure, the ground infrastructure, the railways, but the bridge over the Ob River is stalling, and we are much concerned about this. Our governor, Dmitry Artyukov, spares no effort to make this thing a reality. And yet, we hear this thing discussed on a federal level less and less. So the question is, or rather an ask, can we use the federal authority, the federal standing in this regard? Well, let me tell you this. We have plans for development of infrastructure projects, and as governors voice these ideas, they address me personally, they address the government, the Ministry of Transport, and handpicking or cherry-picking a single project out of a general context is hardly a viable way to go.
Yeah, well, apparently some reports say authorities in the Arctic Yamal area of northwest Siberia were displeased with her question, and it cost her job. This is how journalism works in this country, where they prosecute people who are everything from homosexuals to Jehovah's Witnesses. And now a journalist loses their job after asking an important question. And you wonder why Donald Trump is so in cahoots with Putin. Yeah. You'll have to excuse me, but my hair is it's not quite fresh today because I was out. I wore a hat, so my hair is hat worn. I'm sorry. It was windy here, so we'll change the hair a little bit later after this brief break. Thank you. I'm not resorting to the wig. I'm going to go with a different. Yeah. After a quick break, I'll have a new look.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Here is the Yule log that Meow TV's got for his gathering of friends that watched him cook today. It's a wonderful, beautiful type of chocolate dessert dish. Yeah. Did you serve it on the back end of your cyber pickup that you got from? Yeah, it's kind of flat tonight. Yeah, I can't help that. I was in a car with a hat on. Yeah, your president is the far-reaching hand of Israel that owns you. You're right. Donald Trump isn't just representing Russia, he's representing Zionist Russia. Good point, Adele.
Okay, I put some cards out on the kitchen counter for you to sign.
Okay, great.
Come right in.
We have a threat from Jimmy who claims I can't talk about Putin that way. Huh?
That looks delicious.
It does. I have to record Jimmy, if a guy comes to your door tonight or tomorrow and asks your mom if they could visit you, you have been recorded as a threat. Okay, just so you know. So if a person in black outfit comes to your door and asks your mom to see you, you're going to have to open the door, okay? You can't threaten a public official like that, Jimmy. Yeah. I'll talk about Putin any way I want because he's a complete autocratic dictator. and we shouldn't allow our president to even talk to him.
You gotta save that.
Yeah, I'm going to just put it there, 24, on this Christmas Eve. Yeah, any death threats will be recorded. So, Sarah, we have a little image from. This is the image we just got from.
Deviation from the norm will be punished unless it is exploitable.
Yes, deviation from the norm will be punished.
That's exactly what the whole Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song was about. Like, they wouldn't let him play any games, and they all made fun of him and laughed at him, and
I know.
it was totally like punishing him. Wait, I think we can use that. Won't you drive my sleigh tonight?
Yeah. Really, I mean, it's exploitation, kind of like Greta, with George Soros and her message to the world. It's exploitation. So here's Hiawatha, the new character developed to give us a taste of what Elizabeth Warren is all about. Hiawatha Warren from the tribe dances with Soros.
Do you think if I wear this, then Santa, when he comes, he won't realize I'm hiding in the corner, and he'll be reveal himself to me?
He might think you're in The Shining or something, or you might even be the
I've never watched that movie all the way through, anyway.
Or maybe the movie Shout, or no, not Scream.
Shout.
Scream. You look like one of the characters in Scream.
I look like Christmas Scream. The Christmas Scream. David's so funny. Hilarious, David. Hilarious. Welcome to the chat room. Hello, Dogon. Oh, sorry, David had that going on. If I wear this in the street, ICE will deport me for looking Peruvian. I can wear it one more day. Well, it's super soft. That's why I like it. No Grinching out tonight. I haven't been a Grinch today. I figured out, I woke up and I've been checking my dad's, I've been kind of stalking my dad's Facebook. It's kind of weird. I know, it's weird, but I love my dad. And I thought, hanging out with David, I just posted on my dad's Facebook that for a long time, hanging out with David, that I thought maybe I just don't have a sense of humor, because a lot of what David says, and people, David says something and all these people laugh, and I'm like, I didn't think it was that funny. But then my dad posts something and I'm laughing, and David, I'm sure if he read the stuff my dad posts, he'd be like, how's that funny? So I realized I do have a sense of humor after all. I just have my dad's quirky sense of humor. So, which is not a bad thing. It's just different. Oh, Max Out Credit says, Epiphany is on the 6th. Some celebrate Christmas until then, so I can wear my hoodie until the 6th. Yay! That's when I go back to school, I think. So, there you go. No, I have the house heater on, or I have the heater on, just not right here. Not in this particular vicinity. All right, thanks, Johnny and Joe and Bengalitis. You're giving away the neighbor's dog. She's a nice husky, a white with black spots. You cannot give away your neighbor's dog. Good try, but no. Can I help you? You got a ticket for crossing the midline. Do I go to court or pay early? Well, if you pay for it, will it be permanently on your record? Will it affect your insurance? If you go to court, will it affect your insurance? Probably. I mean, if it were me, I would probably just pay it because then I don't have to deal with the stress of it. So that's what I would do if I did in fact cross the midline. So, but you're asking if you were me. If it were me, I had the resources, I would pay it because then I don't have to deal with the stress of like thinking about a court date coming up and then it gets postponed and then I have to think about it forever and blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, I would just totally pay it. I would pay it. Oh, you forgot your husky's howling all day? The husky is? Your neighbor's husky? Why don't you go knock on your neighbor's door and tell them they're huskies? Do you have to go to court? I don't think you would have to go to court if you paid it. Or you're asking, can you pay it at the clerk's office? I'm not the clerk. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't know. I would assume that you could just pay the fine at the clerk's office. So I would just try to pay it at the clerk's office. Does it say anything on the ticket about how to pay it? Or 979 says if you go to court and then you ask them, you can they can send you to traffic school, so then you don't get any points on your license and then your insurance doesn't go up. Yeah, I would probably pay it at the clerk's office, but that's just me. I'm in a hoodie. That does not make me a gangsta. I mean, no gangsta would be wearing this hoodie. It's a hoodie to spread joy. And when the battery is dead, you smoke it. This blows my mind.com. Hemp batteries are even more powerful than lithium and graphene. A new study shows. David was telling me about this, Medveral. How do I invest? David, actually, this morning, he was saying, I was looking at other investments, and he was saying they should totally make hemp a lean or hemp instead of graphene and make it into, well, we weren't necessarily talking about batteries, but this is even better. Hard to find a GoFundMe for this. Or is there any, who's the company that figured it out? The study, was it done by a university? I found this other place that was like, oh, that's cool, new tech. I would totally invest. Found out through a university. I'm like, darn. Anyway. Did David get me something that only I use? Yes, he did. How do I know? That's because I think I wrapped all the gifts that are under the tree except for the things that are not wrapped. So I know everything that's under the tree. Unless David did some kind of surprise for me, then... And... no, I did no peeking. David doesn't like surprises, so I end up like going shopping with him for my gifts. I know, it's a little strange, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, but there is something really nice that he got me, but I picked it out, and I am glad I picked it out because the thing he was picking out for me, I'm like, no. Let's try this one instead. And anyway, it's very nice. And it's only for me. I will use. Did I smell my gifts for chocolate smell? I do love chocolate, especially dark chocolate. I think I'm going to get some of that too. I know. It's crazy that I know what I'm getting, but whatever. But David doesn't know everything he's getting. Because I do like to surprise people. No, I didn't buy him a new computer, but he was he was saying today, like, darn computer, I should get a solid state drive. And I should I should say, maybe just keep the room a little warmer, or don't turn off your computer. Thank you, Bangalitis. Thanks, True Blue. I don't do jewelry, so no. I got rid of a bunch of jewelry this past year. That's what I've heard too, Melrose. I do have this jewelry piece David got me a long, long time ago. And yes, I was with him when we picked it out. I like this because it has like a little leaf on the side. It's so natural. Anyway. Wait. I did get him a big hard drive, or at least I bought it a long time ago, but it was after Christmas, so he put it under the tree for himself. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to tell you yet. Something like that. I do have a couple of brooches, you're right. Okay. Leave a note for Santa too. Dear Santa, please take this dog and give it to a child that will love it. Far away from me so I don't have to hear it crying. You saw 14 terabytes for $129 this week? Man, I should have waited. I think ours was less than 100. That's pretty amazing. I'm not getting my tongue pierced. I like my tongue. Not gonna pierce it. I did, however, pierce my belly button a long, long time ago. And I had the cutest belly button. I should have never have done that. The person who did it a little sideways, and it just wasn't what I envisioned in my head. I did not take a picture of David with his hat on today. I have taken pictures with David with his hat on, but... That's pretty cool, Melrose. Yeah, I remember that. 500 megabyte hard drives used to cost $200. Now we have 8 terabytes, 14 terabytes. It's pretty amazing. My dad was reminding me when he first, like, he said, like, I think his first Meg? I don't know. I remember when he had the first computer we had in the house. In order to run Windows 3.1 on it, he had to get an extra drive. And I think it was just like a gig or something. Anyway, it was pretty crazy. And David used to have this Amiga 64. Wow, Max Out Credit said he bought a 110 megabyte drive for $1,200. Yep, operating systems came on CD-ROMs. I remember those days. Now I think I'm going to use one of my jump drives to download Ubuntu on it, and I think I'm going to... I'm deciding, do I wipe a Windows 7 operating system? It's a 32-bit operating, or 32-bit computer. Do I wipe Windows 7 and install Ubuntu instead, or do I do as a dual boot? What is your thoughts? Chat room celebrity says Windows 7 loses support next month. My dogs don't cry. I don't think Windows 10 will become obsolete very soon. But Windows 7 will become obsolete. I think you just made me decide. My dad said Windows 7, though there's a Windows 10 upgrade via the Windows site, Windows. Anyway, so if you have Windows 7, you can upload to Windows 10, or you can upgrade to Windows 10 for free. But I really just want to experiment with Ubuntu on that particular computer. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wipe it and upload Ubuntu sometime between now and January 14th. Well, or after January 14th, it doesn't matter. And Maxed Out Credit says Amazon has an update to Windows 10 for Pro for $14.99. Why would I go to Amazon Pro for what's the difference between Pro and, anyway, why wouldn't I just go to Windows and download the update for free? Anyway, doesn't matter. Laptops are the future CD player. You think laptops will be discontinued? I don't think so. Pretty impressive. How many politicians are scholars of ancient Greek and can recite by heart Homer's Iliad? Wow. Okay, wait. I have to unmute the video.
Baidi proiapsin, hero own, autuste hiloria teuki kunesin, oyonosi de passi, diostia de let or bule. Kunesin, oyonosi de passi, diostia de let or bule. Ex hude ta prota, diestate nerisante, atredes hienaxandron kai dios, Achilles. Letus kai dios huios, hoga basilei colothes, nussonana straton ostica cane, ole conto de lae, hunecaton crucein, atimase naretera atredes. Ho!
You used to learn Greek and you memorize this? Yeah, imagine he has that kind of memory. Pretty impressive. You're right. Used to, you said. Used to learn Greek. Yeah, that is pretty impressive. I will agree with that. Go ahead and chip me. No, I'm just kidding. My dogs don't cry. You're ready to be chipped. I bet are you going to let them chip your dogs first? Well, you are right that everyone's using their phones now. Yeah, I would go with the Windows computer, Windows website first. Maxed Out Credit. In Montreal, all pets have to be chipped by January 10th. Your dog is already chipped? You feel like we're next? Wow. Hello, BusyBod. Okay, local banks. Yeah, Medveral, you're right. I'm glad your fish isn't chipped. Maybe they forego fish chips. You want fish and chips? What? Do we watch the old Christmas movies? Sometimes. I haven't though. Actually, I tend to like lately I've been looking at Amazon and Netflix and looking for the, like, whatever chick flick Christmas ones are popular. Whatever chick flick Christmas movie looks good. One I still want to get on, I think I might buy myself a DVD. Or buy it on Amazon so I can always stream it whenever I want, is Family Man. I love the Family Man. That is like my favorite movie. And then I watched this one that somebody compared to it, I think. It was called Christmas Eve, and it was about a woman who went back in time. It's nothing like that. I mean, Nicolas Cage, much better job. Oh, I love that movie. I don't even want children, but I still love that movie. And David, I don't think David's ever seen A Christmas Story. We did watch yesterday, we watched Christmas Story. It's on Amazon. But, which was really cute. I should probably play A Christmas Story for David. I totally can relate to A Christmas Story because that's about the time when I was growing up. Yes, they still do make windows. My dad does love the Die Hard series. True. We could totally binge on Die Hard. That would be fun. But my dad's not going to be here, but... Hello, Tony Baby Oil. You want me to track you? I don't want to track you. Sorry. I don't want to beat you to track me either. But you're right. Die Hard was a good Christmas movie series. I say series because, you know, it was like a new Die Hard every year. I wonder if Die Hard is on. I didn't really get into Home Alone. Yeah, Miracle on 34th Street. There's a Die Hard franchise which includes 4 sequels, a number of video games, and a comic book. In 2017, it was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry. It's been named one of the best action and Christmas-themed movies ever made. I'm going to look at the Christmas themes. Wow. Only 2 go under themed movies. List of films considered the best. There's only 2 for Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life and Die Hard. Wow. The British film magazine Empire readers in 2015 said it's that. Oh, thanks for that list. The top10s.com. Top Christmas movies. Home Alone, #1, really? Elf, It's a Wonderful Life, definitely. A Christmas Story. I should watch that with David. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, definitely. Polar Express, of course. Charlie Brown Christmas, that's cute. #8, Home Alone 2. What? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Miracle on 34th Street. Which one did... Oh, Die Hard wasn't even in the top 10? Ernest Saves Christmas. I grew up watching that one. There's Die Hard, #12. Scrooged. The Christmas Carol. That's a good one. I did like the Santa Claus. I don't think I ever watched Gremlins. Love Actually was pretty good. Holiday Inn. Babes in Toyland, that was a good one. I love Frosty the Snowman, that was great. I don't know if I ever watched The Apartment, that's an old one. Oh, Edward Scissorhands, love that. I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown. The Holiday, I think I've seen that. So they have their top 50. My top one is Family Man. That was a good list, though. Thank you. You're funny, Med Brawl. I guess you and I have the same sense of humor. Good one. Holly Jolly Impeachment. Was Trading Places, was that set around Christmas time? I don't know. You liked watching White Christmas even though they're all dead. That was a pretty good show. And they don't make shows like that anymore, especially the dancing in there. That was amazing. I know, I don't think there will be a Vonmas this year. Even though I made a video, so. Oh, Eric, that sounds lovely. I would totally join you, except I don't fly, so I'm gonna stay here for Christmas. But we had thought, the thought had crossed our mind of going to Vegas for like New Year's. Oh, thanks, Turin. Is that like Turing? Are you going to be there for New Year's? I think it'll be cool to, this being 2020 and all. I don't think we're going to have another really cool New Year's like this until for 80 years, which means I'd have to live to 120. Oh, goodness. Maybe I'll feel like 2050, something like that. I don't have a Snapchat yet. We are spending New Year's on a boat in San Diego. Hello, Yucca. And I don't know if Turin's is still there. All right. I know, even though it's a great show, that movie White Christmas, but anyway, whatever. I spent New Year's on a boat once in the Seattle harbor, and yes. Oh, wait. Moon. Yes, NASA does really exist. The NSA? Maybe not. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I had moon rocks in my possession at one time. But I had to send them back to NASA, not to the moon. And you don't even have to pre-watch them. You could just... We could live in Mars. Well, if we did a little geoengineering there. I have a nice log cabin. I know, it does seem like I'm streaming from the moon. What is it? Major Tom to ground control. Now I'm just streaming in front of a green screen from an undisclosed location. Actually, it's totally disclosed. Everybody knows where I'm at. My name's Sarah, by the way. I'm nice to meet you. Twitch Christmas Evers. I'm going to call you Christmas Evers because you're here on Christmas Eve with me. I'm definitely Christmas Ever. And soon Santa will be coming and stealing cookies and drinking milk. And soon you'll get to meet David Sponheim, who's running for president next year in 2020. Yes, Africa exists as well. Lots of desert there, but it does exist. You're in, and I'm also, if I start talking to people and you're like, who is she talking to, by the way? You awesome Twitch, Merry Christmas Evers. I am also casting on Vaughn Live on YouTube, but nobody's watching me there, and on iVlog. I am from the planet Earth. My planet. I am from the country of the United States, or Los Estados Unidos, for those of you who habla español. I do believe there are aliens who try to enter through borders illegally. Ah, you mean from extraterrestrial beings, like outside of the U.S., outside of the Earth, our great planet, my great planet. Anyway, I think it's a strong possibility. I believe the universe is infinite. So therefore, with an infinite universe, it's highly unlikely that there isn't intelligent beings elsewhere. I mean, think of all the beings that are here on our planet. And maybe they're intelligent. Maybe we're the ones that aren't intelligent enough to communicate with them. Like dolphins. Anyway. And they might be able to send messages better and over long distances rather than just sending their being. So you have one who's already infiltrated in your Discord. Infiltrated. I'm sorry. I'm a teacher. I don't mean to be a grammar Nazi, but I can't help myself. Infiltrated. Syllabification is one of my favorite things. Just slow down and do one syllable at a time. I love the word syllabification, by the way, because it means exactly like it means to break down words into syllables, and it has every single type of syllable in that word. I know, I'm weird. I'm a weird nerd. I'm just that way. I should totally do a video on my favorite thing, which is one of my favorite things, which is syllabification. All right, anyway, moving on. Trump called Santa and asked him to remove Pelosi for a Xmas gift, and he's like, the thing is that Santa didn't even like answer the call because he's like, you're on the naughty list, dude. I don't have time for you. I'm not wasting my time with you. That's what Medveral says over at our Von Live chat. Well, he said about Trump calling Santa, and I responded. So did I ever hear about the transition from Earth to Mars? You mean like in the book The Martian Chronicles, one of the best sci-fi novels ever written? Yes. But you know, it's kind of sad the way that ends. I don't want to ruin it for you, but if you have not, I think I read it when I was 12. It's called The Martian Chronicles. This will totally like... by Ray Bradbury. By the way, he's one of the best authors, I think, ever. You totally should read that book. Not only will it help your grammar, it will, like, expand your mind. You got it so close. Maxed out credit. What Christmas would there be without dark chocolate? You love raisins and nuts and filled... Never like creams. Hey, Weepoo, I am talking about all kinds of things. And yes, you got me to say your name. Should I say why instead of? Never mind. It's just... You totally got to check that out at your local library next time. Babocha. Well, how about this? I'm not going to tell you my age. But I will tell you the year that I was born, and you're going to have to figure it out. Well, wherever you see a ring and there's like stars going around it, that's the black hole. 1978. I'm more alternative music, not really rap. But I do like the song Mr. Wendell. Oh, I think that is rap, but some people think it's more like hip hop. Yeah. This, by the way, is David Sponheim. Hi. You've got some new people over at Twitch. Some of them claim to be young. Whoa. So they're totally worried about their future, I'm sure. Which we have answers for your future. Yes, we do. Hello, Mr. Whippo. I think they're like 12 years old. So. Oh, well, I guess in that show you can be 12. I don't know. Other shows we have 18 and older. I think you're supposed to be 13. Unless your parents decide to make an agreement. I think you do have to be 13. You're right. I mean, in order for, because Twitch has, if you haven't heard of the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. Oh, right. COPPA. Yeah. There you go. If you did not put in your actual birthday, that's on you because they do their best to protect children under 13. Right. Exactly. So it's Child Online Privacy Protection Act. Well, I know. Yeah. All right. Well, we want to open up the whole country to the opportunity to have a low-cost education where you can get training within 6 weeks to 6 months and make $25 an hour. And then start your tiny house out in the middle of nowhere or whatever you want to do. We've got all kinds of ways in which you can start settling into a future that makes sense for you as opposed to being deep in debt, which many of you senior family are deep in debt. You don't want to be that way. So we've got a plan for young people who really want to just start on their own and get ahead without having to go through too much of an education process. All right. I'm going to introduce you all. This, I think you already said. This is David Sponheim. Thank you. He's running for president. No, you might not have heard of him because he's not a Democrat. Right. He's not a Republican. He's a centrist. Yeah. His website is americasthirdparty.com. We broadcast on 5 different shows every weeknight. Yeah. Starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So actually 5 p.m. Well, Pacific. I know. Yeah, I started 5 p.m. But anyway. Officially 6. Officially 6. Yeah. Anyway, bookmark our show and I'll be back, later? I'll be back later.
Dinner's ready for you on the stove. Make sure the burner's off. I think I turned it off.
Okay.
And everything's good to go. If you can finish whatever's there. I'm not that hungry.
Cyclops, does that just mean like a normal human?
Oh my gosh, my fruit enzyme spray is gone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shall I go sit? It's right behind your coffee.
Oh, it was hiding. Oh, see? Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I use this fruit enzyme spray mixed with Fountain of Youth water to keep myself feeling fresh for the show. I've done the show for 11 years. And it's pretty hard to do. I mean, next year it'll be 12 years, right? It's pretty hard to do. Not many people can do a nonstop show every day, 5 hours a day, without any barriers. We keep it going constantly because I get interaction from people in the show. We get links that we bring in the show and show people. And that's what makes the show kind of interesting. Okay. How many politicians are scholars of ancient Greek and can recite by heart from Homer's Iliad? But that never stopped left-wing media to treat Boris Johnson as a joke, a racist, and a buffoon. Yeah, I noticed that left-wing media was acting like he was quite a buffoon. He can really recite from Homer's Iliad and the Odyssey. Well, they'll even use this as proof, character assassination, and that's what they always do. Wow.
God. Elfith was epineas akaion. Lusomenos tithrugatra. Feron taparesia poina. Skeptra tekonen cursin hekibolo apollonos. Atreides.
You know, that's special. I especially like his hair, you know. No festive background? Yeah, we should do a festive background. Yeah, we really should. But we love the earth so much that we're celebrating in the earth. The last remaining vestige of what's left of it. You started a house. Yeah, well, your tiny house is going to smell if you live in it a long time. But what better place than to start a little family, you know, 2 people and a small, you know, child or furry animal or anything you have as a small family than a tiny house, you know. Okay, festive backgrounds coming up on cue. How about that cybersecurity festivity look? You know, like dun dun da 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 da. This is a police state. Da 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 da. We are in the matrix. Our entire life is going down the toilet. We're being flushed by humanity. Da 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 da. No, that wouldn't work. We'll pass on that as a festive background. Festive for Larry Sinclair, yeah, but I mean, what's that? A crack pipe and Barack Obama in his lap? I mean, we did the pumpkin thing. That was a festive thing. Remember that? The Halloween thing? That was funny. We got through Thanksgiving, too, with my amazing finesse cooking at the dinner table. Where is the Christmas background? Oh, I know where it was. I did have one. Christmas. This is appropriate. You notice you walk around the house singing carols in your head? I do. I can't help but be mesmerized by the wonderment of Christmas. Who doesn't love Christmas? It's one of those things that you just can't help but be in a good mood. I was driving around today, believe it or not, in my car, and I was amazed at how nice people were on the road. Yeah, I'm trying to get in here. There we go. Yeah, everyone was so nice. Even the big 4-wheel drive trucks that normally drive 80 miles an hour in a 50 were driving 60 in a 50, which was very nice. The restraint was amazing. And a lot of the diesel trucks that were blowing in the middle, you know, idling in front of the stores made a really nice feeling for everybody to walk around in a slew of diesel fumes. It was so wonderful knowing that they cared so much about us on this great Christmas fortnight that we'd all get polluted with diesel fumes. Okay, so enough of Boris Johnson. I'm tired of listening to his efforts to recite the Iliad, the most boring book ever written by Homer. I mean, who in the world would even be that interesting named Homer? But we are looking at other things here. Hemp batteries are coming. Hemp is a wonder crop. It's an incredibly versatile plant that can be used for a huge range of purposes. And they're looking at batteries. Yeah. The power underneath the hemp cell was a value of 31, while that of the lithium cell had a value of just 4. No kidding. Let's check this out. This looks cool.
Doing these things from the first run, when you make it fresh and you do them, is not particularly good because it doesn't give you a good idea of what the actual device will do. There's lots of reasons for that, but one of the really simple ones is when you make it and you paint it and you drop on the electrolyte, there's actually a ton of entrained air in there, so the electrolyte actually can't contact the surface of the active material to any great degree. Plus it hasn't had time to soak in, so again it can't really contact the active material to any great degree.
Well, this is incredibly boring, but I would like it. I'll watch it tonight. Yeah.
Now that was okay yesterday because what we were doing was comparing a non-graphene type to a graphene type, and we basically kept it under the same conditions. So there was a
Oh, really? So they're using hemp to replace graphene and kept under the same conditions. This looks really promising. Yeah. So this will be a lithium-ion battery powered up by hemp. Isn't that wonderful? So I put it in tonight's show. We've got Santa Claus is preparing for Santa training live on CNN. Good, gentlemen.
If the hair's not at your mustache, we're going to rob some, we're going to use it.
We dress them to perfection.
Just put this around, you hold it right here, and let's see if it's going to be the right size.
Your beard. Keep your beard as curled and as rounded as you can. The more your beard is pulled down, it pulls your face down.
You learn so much in class, and they have different teachers and instructors, so you learn something new every year.
Children. What were they working on there? Their finger touch? Now, little guys.
Instructors, so you learn something.
Yeah. You're supposed to set your fingers on the children this way. So no ions are involved, but it stores energy. Explain how that's done in the most simplest of terms. Thank you. Okay, here's how to touch the children. It's a surface layering that keeps the charge. Oh, really? Well, I'll have to look more into this tonight on the show. So nice of you to share your wisdom, meow. So this looks a little creepy to me. The old men with their fingers out. And you dip the fingers in the Vaseline, and then you hold your I mean, what the hell?
Something new every year.
Children are going to ask. They're going to ask how toys are made.
Oh, okay. So they're learning how to make toys with children. This looks like fun and special things. It's the only time that old men can gather with little kids, and it doesn't seem like it's totally pedophilia. You trick the electrolyte to think there's holes to fill, and thereby holding the charge. It's far too complex to explain in a hat, but the work you have done so far, meow, has been so established. Thank you so much. Deviation from the norm will be punished unless it is exploitable. This is the directive from Scissor Fight in our show at iBlog. Sarah doesn't drink. I don't drink. We're kind of, straightforward people, kind of like Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell. And the new card that he's filled out for everybody for Christmas with the dog's butt on it. Yeah, we're kind of like simple people, kind of like Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell. He doesn't sweat, you know, and like me, I don't sweat either. I don't have any dripping sweat coming off of me. In fact, I've got one of these strange characteristics I inherited from my father. My feet do not sweat. Isn't that amazing? So I never have stinky socks. Isn't that terrific? They're all in cahoots trying to stop me. Meow TV's part of it, yeah. We're pretty sure of it. Hello, Mr. David. Yes, I am the man. The man with the tan. You notice how Mark looks like Andrew? Yes. Yeah, I've no stinky feet. Never had stinky feet. I know. Some of you are like, get those socks out of here. Ew. But my father and I never had any sweat in our feet. So I actually have to apply a little lotion to my feet. Otherwise, they dry out. Part of the sweat glands is that it keeps your feet moist. Well, I actually have to keep my feet, a little moistened with a little extra help. A little help from the foot clinic. Really? You have some of the stinkiest feet? God, you guys, what you need is a foot fixer and a big super pack full of good socks, cotton socks that breathe well. I recommend Dickies. They are outstanding. See you. Take care, Whipoo. Yeah, I get these socks at Walmart every Black Friday. I didn't get them this year because I still have a set from last year, but Dickies socks I consider the best socks out there. They're really well made. Moisture control too. If you have a problem, they breathe really well. They're 100% cotton, and they really have a fantastic. A lot of the socks you're getting out of Asia now smell like petroleum. You can't find stock. Now, be sure you smell your socks, because believe it or not, there's serious petroleum in the polyester. You can smell it. But no, Prince Andrew does not sweat either. But his dog puts out a big, huge poop every time he goes looking in the shrubs there.
So we're spiraling out of control, and it's corruption on every level and every walk of life. You know?
Well, you would know, Jim. You would know. Aren't you part of the Illuminati, Jim? He wants us to be regulating corruption. How do you go about regulating corruption, Jim?
I just a little regulation would help. That's.
Well, it's too bad you lost your sense of humor, because you used to be funny. But no, not anymore. Boy, he used to be funny. What happened to him? He started taking his fart words seriously. Remember when he was talking through his butt? The seawater pipeline perfected by cats. I don't want to do that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. Yeah. It's totally tubular, dude. This cat's like a totally tubular cat. The tunnel for Ring with cats. It's cute, it's fun, and cats will love it.
That's all.
All right, moving on to people that are more interesting. Obviously, he's not. Steve Hilton, the truth about impeachment. Let's take a look at this story. I haven't seen it yet. This is coming from Fox News. We, of course, the traitor news service serving the Russians and Donald Trump. Fair and treasonous news.
Up in their proper historical context. Much has been made of President Trump being just the third president in our nation's history to be impeached. The president himself has said it's a horrible thing to have happen. Well, it's certainly that, but let's be clear. Impeachment is nothing to be ashamed of when it's done by your political enemies for partisan reasons because they hate your policy success.
Oh, give me a break. What's successful about Donald Trump? He's got about 25 million WWE fans that go running around at his events going, "We love you, Donald. We don't have a brain in our head. We love you, Donald." My God. He's not successful. He has a small enclave of people that like him or love him or think he's Jesus. That's about it. We are playing not witch hunts. We're trying investigation into the Russian connection. You know, the people that support people like Mitch McConnell, the Moscow Mitch they call him, who's had sanctioned Russian oligarchs fund his campaign. Biggest donor is not the Russian oligarch, though. Somebody else. But he is getting money from Russia. And so is Lindsey Graham. Da, 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 da. There he is. Yeah, that's why I brought out that little thing I did, a little ditty about Jack and Diane, showing all the kids, you know, the gang of Russian brides controlling our country right now. Hey, yeah, welcome everybody to Merry Impeachmas. Treason's greetings. 'Tis the treason to be greeted. Yeah, I don't support treason, but I'm willing to talk to you Republicans despite the fact that you've lost it. Supporting Trump is supporting Russia. It's obvious. That's why he didn't get not one single tape made of his conversations with Putin. Not one single recording. And even that meeting he had right after he fired James Comey, he had it with 2 diplomats, videotaped by the TASS news agency, and not one single reveal to anyone in the world of what they said. Can you believe this? A president that won't even talk about his private meetings with Russia? I mean, I'm in a state of shock. You people who don't understand the severity of this problem are out to lunch. It's not helping Trump. He looks like an imbecile. You retards think he's great because you're an imbecile. He looks like an imbecile, and that makes you an imbecile, okay? That's the deal, whether you like it or not. You can't hide your imbecilic behavior by simply supporting Donald Trump. He's not a genius, okay? He's barely functional. He stole over 15 of my ideas just to get elected, and I can prove that. Yeah, Trump has definitely got himself on a high pedestal, though. He thinks he's a smart guy. Yeah. He's talked about his relationship with Putin before.
What exactly is your relationship with Vladimir Putin? I have no relationship with Putin.
Do you have a relationship with Vladimir Putin, a conversational relationship, or anything that you feel you have sway or influence over his government?
I do have a relationship, and I can tell you that he's very interested in what we're doing here today. He's probably very interested in what you and I are saying today, and I'm sure he's going to be seeing it in some form. But I do have a relationship with him. I have no relationship with him. But if you have no relationship with Putin...
Oh, my love,
Let's dig into the glory hole there to see how deep his relationship is. All right. So yeah, he has a relationship with Russia. This guy, Lindsey Graham, got $3 million from Blavatnik in the picture. And Mitch McConnell got $3 million from Blavatnik, and Blavatnik works for Oleg Deripaska. Need I say more? And let's not forget Moscow Mitch stiffed Kentucky coal miners to fund a Russian-linked aluminum plant. Oh, yeah. And now you want to look at Tulsi? Are you a transgender by any chance? Because I'm beginning to wonder if she isn't. I'm the first person in the world to actually put this out there as a possibility, but Tulsi Gabbard could very well be working for Russia. No, actually, Hillary thought that. I thought she was a transgender. Well, there's something going on. I mean, right around the neck area. See this? It's like, you know, what's that scar there, Tulsi? Yeah, you see it? It's noticeable, right? That's called the removal of the inevitable. Yeah. That's the Adam's apple, sir. That's what makes me a dude and Tulsi possibly a dude. Yeah. Tulsi couldn't get near me in a hand-to-hand combat because number one, I don't wrestle with transgenders, and number two, I happen to be trained in 14 different martial arts simultaneously. You know, the Civil War isn't going to allow you because I have weapons that would blow you away, sir, and I wouldn't want to hurt you, but I do have access right now to the notes of threats that have been coming into our show, and yeah, this is amazing. Did you see what I've got right here, Max? Are you the op here? Scissor Fight, check this out. Yeah, just look at this. Wow. I'm going to report you to the FBI, I think. Yeah, you're going on the list. I think Scissor Fight went to dinner. He just said he left it on there. Yeah, let's put him on the list. It's time. He's going in the threat file. I get over 3 death threats a night on average. That means I've had over 3,000 death threats in the past 3 years. I mean, that's amazing. Isn't it amazing? That's iBlog. And we're talking about 736. Okay. Okay, you've been time-stamped and you've threatened me, and you are definitely going to be reported, sir. If you do get a visit from the person in the black coat, look like professionals, you better let them in because it could be serious. You may be spending time at Supermax for what you just did. Oh, yeah. Now, let's take a look here. What do you think that scar is right there? Zooming. We're zooming on the scar. Yep, that looks like the surgery to remove an Adam's apple right there. Yeah. Or she was a professional nurse working in the army and did a lot of head movements down into her. Well, I'll app you right now if I can, but you supported our show quite a bit. No, Scissorfight would not want me to op you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he has a personal feeling about that. Yeah, he doesn't want anyone else to be opt with him. But I appreciate you offering, Max. Thank you.
If we can save the banks, if we can save the banks, if we can save the banks.
Uh-huh.
I can't talk. What do I do? I can't talk. What do I do?
I love that. I just love it. Yeah, he could be the next president if he continues to hold it together like he's doing so well. Yeah, he's the only guy the Democrats have that could beat Donald Trump. Simply because most of the people in America who do vote, in the majority, are pretty seriously upset about Pete Buttigieg, his use of religion to justify his acts of sexuality. If Buttigieg didn't pretend to be so Christian, I'm sure a lot of Christians would accept him as just a downright atheist who liked to go, fudge packing. We love the sinner, but we despise the sin. Cranky Beans, what do you got? Thoughts and prayers to all those caught up in the horrible situation at Nakatomi Plaza? Shots have been fired there at Nakatomi. Possible hostage situation going on. Wow. Did not know. Okay. We did not know what's going on there at Nakatomi. Please, Mr. David. Christian Trump supporters take note. Hundreds of kids in Texas are spending their Christmas Eve taking care of each other freezing cold with insufficient food, water, and medical attention, hygienic resources, and no contact with their parents, many as young as 1 year old. Here's your Christmas cheer, all of you Republicans who support Donald Trump and the Russians. Yeah. This is your wake-up call. Merry Christmas. You don't care if they've got all the Mylar blankets around their bodies. You don't really care about them at all, do you? Yeah, the Trump Tarticans, the ones who just don't care about anything but themselves. We know who they are. Yeah, yes. David, what is for Christmas dinner tomorrow? Well, I won't be cooking on camera, if that's what you're asking me. I got a Costco chicken for only $4.99, the ones that they lose money on. And we're going to re-steam it. I've got this way I re-steam it in with a little water and some herbs. And it pulls any extra salt out of it. And it makes it nice and tasty. Oh, it's going to be good. I may make some stovetop stuffing because I like that. I like to try that out. But we'll see. We're definitely going to make the bean dish we made for Thanksgiving. Oh, you were a first-time voter that only voted for Trump because it was like voting for a troll, like pushing a giant red button. You just had to push just to see what happens. Okay, Trump Tardo, that's fine. I'm not here. I don't even hold it against people. They voted for Trump. I don't even care. No, I'm not doing a Christmas cooking show, but we will do a show tomorrow night. Christmas night. Yeah, absolutely. Starting at 5. We'll play carols and all kinds of things and have fun, and then it'll all be over, and we'll just wrap up this Christmas thing like it was one bad nightmare. But everyone's having fun so far, and we're all in a festive mood, despite the horror surrounding us and the terrible depression that Greta is in. Poor girl. We're all suffering because of Greta's mental problems.
I mean, the money is there. If we can save the banks, then we can save the world.
Oh yeah, like the banks are really going to help us, huh, Greta? Yeah. Saving the banks is going to save the world. I got news for you. The banks caused the world to be polluted. Okay, young lady? The banks are the ones who fund the Industrial Revolution, who made all the money on all the crap that they produced and all the pollution therein as a result of it. Yeah, so don't kid yourself. We've got more things to worry about than funding the banks. And their big plan is even more serious than you can imagine. They want to actually implement an they want to create a 5G network that is not safe. They want to create a 5G network that will ultimately fry us. And many of us are a little worried about that. So I came up with a brand new plan called the 5G Plus EMF Safe System, where you could be driving down the road and you're not going to be hit with field radiation from these 5G monitors that could be ultimately weaponized. Every one of these things, every one of these sending devices that bump the signal 300 feet apart will have limiters on them to prevent them from being too powerful. We don't have that right now. And our government doesn't want to even test these things. So I definitely believe we need to make some modifications to the 5G system to make it better for all of us. And that's what I mean by when I talk about having a new America. Dun, 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 dun. Something with safeguards for human beings, really tested to make sure that this is safe before we implement it. We want to have something that will be controlled, like outside of every single smart meter in your home. There is a field radiation level that's probably dangerous to be near. So if your bedroom is near the smart meter, you may want to move it to the back of the house. You want to do some more of the... yeah, I just did an encore of her metal song. It was great.
Greta, what's your message to world leaders today?
My message is that we'll be watching you.
Okay, great. We got it. Thank you. I don't really want to go too deep into it right now. I'll do an encore at the end of the show. I know you love that. Remember the one that she played? This is a guy in Bulgaria created. that was so incredible. It had all kinds of evil connotations. It had pictures of demons coming off. That was funny. And then we played it on our show, and some guy in our show called up YouTube and kept harassing him to get it taken off, and it's been gone ever since. My mistake was I played it on my show. They got rid of it. Yeah, I heard Kevin Spacey's been posting weird stuff. We played that earlier. His perversions and strangeness continue to get, full notice. And his incredibly bad performance of this guy, Frank Underwood, is symptomatic of his obvious problem as an actor. He can't act. Something about Kevin Spacey lost his ability to act.
You didn't miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you?
Of course, some believed everything and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserve.
Oh, what? Too soon? Please. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
Well, that kind of shocks me in a way because Cahill Gibran said that kindness is like snow. It makes everything look better after you spread the kindness. But in this particular case, it's not like snow. It's more like crap. Crap makes everything look crappier. And no matter what this guy says, everything looks crappier. Yeah, where snow, you lay it out, and it is kind of like kindness in a way. It makes everything look bright and fresh. But this guy is not presenting kindness. He's presenting some sarcastic version of it coming from the bowels of the Illuminati. The humor that's generated when people think it's kind to be cruel, when they use gallows laughter to make fun of people. That's where this is coming from. And frankly, Frank, you need to wrap it up as an actor. I would go work as maybe a towel boy in a horror house or something. I mean, come on. As far as I'm concerned, the whole child sex sting killed Hollywood. The thing is, the Me Too thing never was addressed by our government. They never put together an 800 number, Trump-tardo. We need to give our people in the film industry a chance to call up and report people like Frank, or shall I say Kevin Spacey. We need people to report people like Harvey Weinstein, to not just the Beverly Hills Police, which got for 7 years had complaints that women were raped and didn't even pursue a case against him. We need a real a federal 800 number that can act as a task force to go after these pedos and these abusers. That's what I think we need. That's the starting point. So if some guy or girl or woman or man gets a complaint 3 times, we investigate. And it has to be 3 credible, different sources. That would be the plan. Yeah. Weinstein got off on both charges. The first case was thrown out. This is where Harvey Weinstein is right now. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Super Dave. Merry Christmas. The first case was thrown out because a woman actually who testified had written him an email saying, hey, it was great, had a good time. Let's do it again sometime. Which doesn't exactly sound like somebody who got raped. And he had numerous pieces of data about every single woman he had sex with. He kept a file, a dossier on every woman. He used an organization, a group of ex-Mossad agents called the Black Cube, as part of his private detective ring, that he did background research on every woman he ever did, which kind of amazes anybody who looks at the Harvey Weinstein guy that we see today in court. And now he got off on the second charge, and he got off obviously on all these women too, but he got off on the second charge for a $25 million settlement. So there's a possibility another woman will come forth of the 50 women that alleged that he was raping, and they will come out with their own story. You got to wonder if this isn't just a money grab by people, who are trying to reach out to Gloria Allred and get help. She's not exactly poor. Yeah, Gloria Allred has quite a net worth. $20 million. Yeah. She's represented Arnold Schwarzenegger, Anthony Weiner, Sacha Baron Cohen, Tommy Lee. I actually walked by right next to her, and she always dresses in red, Gloria Allred. I walked right by her. She's quite the woman, I'll tell you. She has quite a presence. Smart lawyer, very capable of defending all these women, but none of these things go to court fully. I know. I don't know. You're talking about who they're blacklisting now from the CIA? Really, I didn't know you're saying they're blacklisting people? So you believe that feminism has knocked you men on your ass and you don't even want to bother meeting women now? Trump Tardo? What be good, dog? You be mad chilling this Christmas, yo. Yo, man, I didn't know you were laying some smack on me, baby. Y'all laying some ghetto talk on me, my man. Well, I'd like to say Merry Impeachmas and treason's greetings to all of you Republicans and you Democrats. Yeah. Welcome to the third party dimension where we take on the two-party corruption. Yeah. That's right. Merry Impeachmas to you, too. And to all a good impeachmas. Well, I wish that the news was better right now. We're still dealing with so many different ramifications of having corrupt overlords running our world. Zionists like Jacob Rothschild controlling the world that we live in. This man was part of the family that pushed for a state of Israel. And as much as I like Israelis and I like Jewish people, and I like the state of Israel too, I don't really believe it's our purpose here on earth to do their bidding or to fight wars for them or to have our foreign policy meld at the hip with the Zionist foreign policy. And in that way, I'm not a Zionist. I don't like Trump, Daniel. Hi. I feel that Trump is sucking up to the Russian Zionist oligarchs who control him. And the Rothschilds are behind those people too. They control a vast empire of wealth that stretches beyond your wildest imagination. This man, on paper, is not worth more than billions of dollars. But in reality, his family and his four other brothers share a combined wealth of over $200 trillion. They make Donald Trump look like a peon ready to wax their shoes and say, can I get a tip, sir? Can I get a tip, sir? So they hired the Russian oligarchs to pay him off and control the destiny of our election, because they control both the Democrats and the Republicans. And they do it through not only the Russian oligarchs, but they do it through AIPAC as well, the American Israeli Political Affairs Committee, which is strange that they'd be called a Political Affairs Committee. And not a political action committee, but a political affairs committee, AIPAC. Now, I won't accept money from AIPAC or from the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. And in that way, I'm nothing like the Democrats and Republicans. They have allowed our country to be manipulated by their Zionist directive and now form a plan to protect them and take on countries that surround them that are their enemies, like Iran and Syria and Lebanon. So in no way do I want to be the dupe in this operation, whereas Donald Trump already is. Last week, he declared that Judaism is a nationality, which is absurd. That means that all Israelis are Jews. They're not. Many are Muslim. Many are Christian. It's ridiculous. So Donald Trump is warping our view of what's going on and making it one-sided, which is not good for making peace in the Middle East. The Muslims think we're completely in the pocket of the Jewish elite, and that's turned our country into kind of a joke in the Middle East. It's why we can't broker peace, and why all of you will be living in a constant state of fear the rest of your life of a nuclear war happening over in and around the Middle East. Until we can get these two parties to actually begin to look at creating a state of Palestine within Israel that is agreed upon, until we can get these people like Iran and Israel to get on the same page in terms of nuclear non-proliferation, we can't possibly move forward. Donald Trump is so deep in the pocket of the Rothschilds and the Israelis and the Russian Zionists that we are not going to make any headway toward peace in our time. We never will. Because we don't come from a position of strength. We come from a position of weakness. Trump is their puppet. And it's no joke. He merely likes money and he's buyable. Whereas I am unbuyable and I'm not materialistic. He is completely materialistic and totally buyable. Got a lot of good stuff tonight. We'll play this video for you. It's just an interview. Rothschilds meeting somebody in the street, encountering the reality.
Mr. Rothschild, how you doing, sir? Can you tell us what went on at the Bilderberg meeting this year?
Sorry?
Can you tell us what went on at the Bilderberg meeting this year?
I didn't get that, actually, no.
The Bilderberg? You weren't there?
No.
What went on last year?
No, I wasn't there last year.
I was there last year because I was busy having facial reconstructive surgery done. I was unable to make the Bilderberg because my face was being redevised into something better, something more beautiful, something more palatable for the American people to believe. I was having my face changed to look very similar to David Sponheim. No, I'm kidding. I'm not Jacob Rothschild. Thank you, though. Merry Trump Mass. Merry Impeach Mass to you. You live in constant fear of women? Wow. Seriously? So you're afraid of rejection, is that it? You're saying the industry's creating a never-ending divorce cycle for men and it's killing them? Millions of men destroyed by the silver bullet. Wow, you guys are almost a movement. Yeah, you're like the movement of MGTOWs. Read the script at iVlog, sir. It says, welcome centrists, ex-Dems, ex-reps. That means you're not allowed in here. I can't believe that you even bother coming in here. Whew. The Dutchess County Christmas display features Guinness World Record of 641,695 lights. And it runs on a AA battery. Isn't it amazing?
Christmas lights display at a home in Dutchess County is not just breaking records, it's also for a good cause.
And this year's arrangement of more than 600,000 lights does not disappoint. CBS2's Jamie Wax reports.
For the Gay family, the most wonderful time in the fall, Tim, Grace, and their adult children, Emily, Daniel, and John, get to work on their family lights display.
Your kids drive long distances to come back and work every weekend starting in September to put this together.
I know, my daughter's crazy. She drives from Rochester to here every weekend. That's a 10-hour round trip.
To be fair, this isn't any old holiday lights display.
Whoa.
This is the Guinness World Record-holding lights display for most lights on a residential property. The Gay family captured the title with 601,700
and 36 lights. And it's no joke that they're called the Gay family. They're happy to be lit every day. How are you, Mom? I'm lit. How are you, Dad? I'm lit too. We're the Gay family and we're lit. I think these people are really kind of trendsetters in wasteful energy. You got to admire their effort to wire their house for ever illumination. You know, they should be held up as the hallmark family of Goyim who support the Illuminati, if indeed they do. The illuminated ones, we'll call them.
136 lights in 2014.
Could you ever have imagined it growing into a world record-holding number of lights?
No, we did not imagine this. It was not a goal. It just kind of happened.
Daniel has become something of a lead designer. What's the most challenging display to put up or that you've come up with?
The answer is that ornament hanging over the pond.
I had a feeling that was it.
Yeah.
John's climbing ability has helped bring the display to new heights. Emily has become the voice of the show.
Welcome to ERDAJT's two-time Guinness World Record Christmas light display.
Wow, she sounded like a robot. It was amazing. Welcome to the... You're agreeing with Please Unban, Cult of Snishnosh, and Tom Ain? No. New York EMT, I'm so sorry. Tom Ain posted... Hang on. Tom Ain posted gay porn in our show. I never play that, and I would never put that on the screen, but that to me is just... My God. How dare you? So, gay family, I welcome your work, and I admire your terrific gung-ho attitude toward lighting things. What is your electric bill? Everyone wants to know. Let's take a look. The final moments. Hello. It's getting dark. I just want to know what their electric bill is. It's no biggie, man.
Every week. The display goes live the day after Thanksgiving. This year it features 641,695 lights choreographed to 252 songs. But the number the family is proudest of? $365,781.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, guys.
And if you're wondering how high is the electric bill, well, allegedly, thanks to LED lights, it's only $350 each season.
Wow.
I wonder who's doing the math on that one.
Wow, that's not bad. Only $350 each season. That's pretty good. This show is not one-sided, sir. I have three-dimensional facial constructs going on. This is not a one-sided show. I've even talked in a way that would even seem like I'm talking to other people. Like, here I am talking to Donald Trump. Ew, how are you, Donald? How smart are you?
Is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person. I went to the best colleges, or college. I went to Wharton. I had a situation where I was a very excellent student. I'm a person that very strongly believes in academics. I was a nice student.
I have a very good brain, and I've said a lot of things.
I understand things. I comprehend very well. Better than, I think, almost anybody. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words. I'm like a very smart person.
I'm a very smart person. Oh. We're not unbanning that scumbag, okay? They're the same. Chet, Lot, they're all the same. All you people in here are just trolls. Even you, Mad Dog, you know that. The only true supporters here, I'll lay them out on the line here. You ready? Chat room celebrity, Daryl VJ, Drag King. Everybody else, Joe Pesci. Meta-Nemesis. He sent us a gift this Christmas. We're going to open it tomorrow. Uh-oh, Mr. Bill. Pitoro. Please, Mr. David. Reptoid, even though he struggles with his atheism, he's still a supporter. True Blue 2018. And now Trump Tardo. Realizing the way. Yeah, that's it. Everybody else is just a troll in here. You know it. I know it. There's no kidding around it. Thank you, Super Dave. And we offer this venue for you to share and chat. You know, you wouldn't have a place to chat if it wasn't for this venue. So you know it's not just one-sided. You know I take calls from Rodney, but he never calls.
Hey, Big Dave, how you doing? Living large, buddy, living large.
Hey, Rodney, how are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you? How's the lovely Sarah?
I mean, what is there to these calls other than the unidimensional mindset of some perv calling up, asking for some weird, favor? Hold on, please. Well, I noticed I haven't had any criticism of my hair. I combed it differently. Boy, I had a rough start of the show. I was combed the other way, and it really, people are saying, Dave, you look like you've been wearing a hat all day. And I said, yeah, I've been wearing a hat all day. And it was like, wow, this is major. Well, I haven't received any $20 donation from you at PayPal. Sorry. Yeah, really spiked the face spray. Nobody can get into my home without being noticed by 16 cameras. And it's on redundant servers with backup hard drives running below underground in secret places. I've got battery backups and redundant servers in the Netherlands. So you can't even get to my house to change my fluid. This is a combination of fruit enzyme spray and fountain of youth water. 10-to-1 ratio of fountain of youth water to fruit enzyme spray. Thank you. I'm looking to find a nose specialist to clean my nose and get all my hair out of my nose. I called around and I found out that there was this pubic hairstylist, and I said, no, this is a nose hairstylist, not a pubic hairstylist. They wanted to make my pubic hair look like a heart or something. I said, no, you got the wrong. It was some sort of a transgender hotline. And I'm not a transgender. I just said, could I please have my nose hair done at the barber shop? All right, whatever. I'm sure you're having fun despite the fact that you're watching our show. Somebody tried to demoralize us tonight. I banned him, this Xenu. He says, yeah, don't you realize all these people don't have a life, a family, or anything? Kind of like you, Dave. I'm going to keep my nose hair. It's designed to filter all the chemtrails that are being dumped on my head on a daily basis. Oh, and they dump them. Christmas is upon us. I don't want to bring up chemtrails on Christmas Eve. It's bad enough. We are bringing up some of the Christmas bud for the year. A lot of people are living in recreational states that allow legalization now. So some of you are actually getting high and not worrying about the man watching you, unless, of course, you're in your car, which would be very dangerous. I don't recommend getting high and driving. David, I told you I'm no troll. Well, Nirakiminti, you are definitely Tom Ain, and that is connected to Chet. You're watching still? Okay. If you choose to watch, that's your choice. We're not holding you against your will, guest 671. Okay. Here's a big story about, I support legalization. I'm 100% in favor of it. I won't give you any barriers for the country to be 100% legalized. So yeah, a new America is upon us. Hallelujah, hallelujah. This just in from the cultivated news, just for me, because they know I like listening to or reading stuff about the Beatles. According to the son Julian, John Lennon, he was a hypocrite. And he's upset because the star left the family in bits. If you've followed the work of Julian Lennon, oh, I'm 59. Thank you. If you're following the work of Julian Lennon, you know that his father, John, didn't treat him very well. And Julian had a really great voice, probably as nice as, good night, Max, take well. Merry Christmas, Max. Hey, I just have to say that John Lennon had a really raucous side to him, and prior to meeting Yoko Ono, his life was pretty much of a wild man. He used to slap women around. And when, Cynthia, the mother of Julian, was married to John, it was pretty rough when John just walked away from Julian and left him with nothing. And obviously Julian's been making a name for himself over the years, but it's been a long, hard road. Long and winding road. Dun, dun. No, I would never do that. That's never going to happen. No. Long and winding road. Boom, boom. Do, 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 do. But the thing about John Lennon is he was met with a woman who was a very strong handler, named Yoko Ono, who has a mind of she really is kind of a genius. In fact, Yoko Ono recently claimed in a article that she was kind of the motivation behind the Imagine album, and she may have helped write it. You can see by her amazing talent here when I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. No, I'm not showing you. We're having a drive failure. Long and winding road. Here she is in all of her talent. You can see why she could have believed that she was the voice behind the Imagine album. I know. She did sing a lot of songs like So This Is Christmas and We Have No Talent. Remember that song? Obama's still pushing for Warren because he's part of the New World Order. They want to turn women not only into feminists, but transgenders as well. So this is Christmas. He's on the period. Okay, Obama, as you can see, it looks older than I do, and he's, what, younger than me? He's like a year younger than me. I don't know, he must be doing all that adrenochrome. It's affected his skin tone. Or why is he so powder whitish, you know? Dun, 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 dun. I saw when she joined John and Chuck Berry on stage. Chuck Berry was embarrassed. He didn't even want to be in the same room with her. Merry Christmas, 671. I did not vote for Ross Perot, but I would have if Ross Perot had run and, past 1996. Yeah, Meow TV and Mark both make money. Mark, apparently Meow TV has 65% ownership of Mark. And Mark has 100% ownership of this show. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Okay, so you want me to unban... If I unban Cult of Snishnosh, you'll feel better? Okay. There you go. I hope that helps out. I gave him a momentary happy moment.
If I am playing Cult of Snishnosh, will that make you feel better?
So Obama's encouraging Democratic bundlers to pledge their full support to Warren, because apparently one liar likes another one, and Elizabeth Warren lied about her Cherokee ancestry, and Barack Obama obviously lied about his being born in Honolulu. We know he wasn't. So two liars have endorsed each other for the 2020 election. Wow, we're really making some progress here. And now we have to unban Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. If you want to...
And Tom Hain.
If you want to go see Cal, go see Cal. If you want to go see Cal, go see Cal.
Did you... I hope you didn't fall off the wagon, Mad Dog.
If you want to go see Cal and he doesn't understand. Cal was a great guy.
Tom Maine.
He lived to be 97. What? I can't unban Tom Maine. He just posted I'm gonna say it, gay porno. And I would have, had I put it on the screen, it would have been right on the screen. So I can't unban him.
Oh. No, Daniel, over at YouTube, we do not like Trump.
Yeah.
No.
We're not a big Trump
We don't
supporter.
like any of the Democratic candidates either. That's why this guy's running. His name is David Sponheim, by the way.
I'm David
so
Sponheim, yeah. I'm the
vote
guy.
for him.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, Sarah's going to give me a break. I'm going to go take my dinner or whatever I'm going to do, and then I'll be back. Thank you.
Yes, I left you a bowl on it.
Oh, you did? Thanks.
Yeah.
Kind of you.
Was that from you, New York EMT? All right. Merry Christmas. I don't think it's Christmas yet in like New York until the top of the hour. Then it will officially be Christmas in North America. Well, America. But I'm sure it is Merry Christmas over in Europe now already. About all my gifts are under the tree. I know what we're, no, David told me not to unban that name, so I'm not going to. You'll have to wait till tomorrow when he forgets about it, and then he'll unban you. Hello, KY Wolf. Welcome over on Periscope. Thank you for actually posting things on Periscope. "44 minutes to go in New York City." Oh, your brother bought you an ammo can. Nice. Lots of ammunition and a tactical flashlight because you gave me one. Thank you for that, by the way. I still use that. I actually carried around in my fanny pack. I know. I never thought I would be a fanny pack person, but I'd become one. Ironically, today I got a gift for myself. Well, I got something. Well, I'll show you guys tomorrow. I got it for Christmas for my fanny pack. Very good. All right. If it didn't feel like such a joke and David was making a serious run with serious issues, you could probably get behind him. Thank you, John Uncaged, for your honesty. Sorry. I'm sorry it feels like a joke. Video's probably chopping up because I'm on. No, I have no idea. But I totally get it, John. I understand. We're still going to do the show, even though you think it's a joke. And we're still here to talk to you. So there you go. It's all a win-win from my perspective. All right. Maybe it's not choppy on the other sites we're casting on, but I can't be sure of that. Can you guys can hear me, John? And you said I thank you for your honesty. Yes, many factors. I hope you guys are all well. You know, we will be doing a show tomorrow. That's very good. I like hanging out with you all for Christmas Eve and Christmas. And we'll probably be opening presents here mid-afternoon or something like that. I don't know, mid-morning, mid-afternoon. I've got my breakfast planned for 10-ish because I kind of want to sleep in. And I'm going to have waffles, which, yes, I made on Saturday, so I'm not going to make fresh because I had leftovers. I'm just going to toast them in the toaster oven. But that'll work. Yeah. What are your reasons for disliking Christmas? Is it the consumerism? Is it just the loneliness? Is it expectations from family? Why? I'm not really into consumerism. I will say that. I've gotten kind of less so this year. I really enjoyed listening to Marie Kondo's KonMari, The Magic of Tidying Up book, and have cleaned out a lot of my stuff. Well, and I should say my stuff, because I haven't really touched David's stuff or any of the other stuff in the house. But it's really made me realize I can do with a lot less, and only to surround myself with things I love. And I'm working on that in my classroom too. And I'm still working on it in my classroom. And I agree, less is more. I realized recently I've made great progress in my classroom, so that's a good thing. Like, I went through and donated a whole bunch of books this year. So that's good. I've gotten it, and I still need to probably re-clean some of my drawers at school. You're gonna have to resend it because I was watching it through pop-out chat. Let me just log in first and I'll tell you when I'm in. Okay, I see it. Oh. Ah, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, but we did write a book together. Nice. Okay. People seem Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Mr. Bill. But I don't know if that's related to impeachment, but It is interesting. John says, people seem upset and disconnected during the holiday season. You're not sure what causes a holiday attitude. You love people. You want to see them happy no matter what the season. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you as well, John. I do believe an attitude of gratitude solves most problems. Hi, I done my nickel. I'm glad your nickel is over. And now you can get on with the joy of living life. I was just writing Christmas cards. Oh, awesome. Welcome back, Cal Worthington. I always, for some reason, thought Cal Worthington was Mad Dog. Wait. Is Cal Worthington... If he's not Mad Dog, is it Drag King? Merry Christmas, Super Dave. Merry damn Christmas. Whatever. I do think that the shortened days get people a little down during the holidays. One thing that David got me a couple years ago that I really like is, and I use it not all the time, but I use it quite enough, is this light that puts out ultraviolet light or something. Anyway, it puts out like daylight light, so it really helps with depression. You think two chicks at work are attracted to each other? Interesting. Cal Worthington. Wait, are you a female? I'm totally confused. Pumpkin pie is what's up. I have 3 pumpkin pies in my refrigerator that I cooked on Saturday. Then on Sunday, I did a whole big day of, I did a lot of work on Sunday. And then, oh, okay. Good to know. Oh, that is weird, Mad Dog. Yes, I got your Mama's Kitchen links. mamaskitchen.blogspot.com or something. Is it people? I don't think people are upset with receiving. I do think that there's stress when people are kids. Parents are stressed out about wanting their kids to have the perfect Christmas. And then the kids sense that stress, and then the kids get stressed out, and then it creates this lasting memory of, oh, my parents were stressed out at Christmas time, so every time Christmas comes around, it's a trigger that stresses the people out, even though they're no longer children. And the cycle repeats itself, so when they have children, then they get stressed out about buying their children presents. And sometimes there's, even if you were never disappointed in your parents, sometimes there's a stress about family visiting, because then there's a little family drama. I mean, heaven knows my family's got drama. I love them, but they're dramatic. So that's it. Is it more stressful to give or get? I love to give. I'm not stressed out giving. Am I stressed out getting? get too stressed out getting. Not really. I think, though, David does seem stressed out getting. Like, one year I told David, like, I went shopping before Black Friday. I got a really good deal because it was like right before Black Friday and it was going to be the same deal for Black Friday. And I knew that he had wanted this item. And so I splurged and I got it for him. But I told him, I got you an item, but of course you're not going to know what it is until Christmas. But then he started freaking out like, I can't return the item and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I got him this other item that he ended up not being able to return. And I bought it way too early and it ended up not working. But the one item I got him that I knew he would like, he started stressing out about what it could possibly be because I wanted it to be a surprise. And at the year he was like, virtual reality headsets were coming out, were a big thing. And drones were a big thing. And then he's like, I hope it's not a drone. I hope it's not a virtual reality headset. I'm like, dude, just trust me. I know what I'm doing. So, anyway. And then last year, so he ended up really liking that item. And then last year, I got him, well, I surprised him again, but this time I waited to surprise him.
Well, I haven't opened it yet.
I know.
Can we make this year's gift?
No!
Why not?
Because I already have a gift for you.
Okay.
I got him that last year, and like he just said, he still hasn't opened it. It's been sitting there for a year. So, I don't know. Is he stressed out to get it? Even though he was saying, like, a few days before I got it for him, people were talking about, you should get this. And he's like, I should get it. And then I got it for him, and he hasn't opened it. So I don't know.
On record here that you have in the bathroom 5 or 6 items that you haven't used that I've given you for gifts.
Okay,
just so you know.
I'll go use some items. Actually, you know the best one?
What?
It's 20 years old.
Oh, and you haven't used the foot scrub, right?
Yes. So to be perfectly fair, one of the earliest things he gave me, I still haven't used.
Hey, it's still brand new. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm still going to use it, but it's just not used yet.
Hopefully, it doesn't get to the point where you have to get a brand new computer and you can't use it with
No,
it.
it's perfectly functional with the analog deck.
But
and the
maybe
mic.
that's what I should do. I should go look for my foot scrub
Yeah.
and actually like treat myself to like a spa night
You should.
and do my own foot scrub. That would be good. John on Cage wants to know if it's more stressful to receive or to give. You and John's like, hey, come to think of it, I've got a bunch of tools for my dad that I never opened. So maybe it is more stressful to receive than to give. And think about this. People don't really need that much stuff.
You're right, but at the same time, I really value this. It's not. I look at it.
David loves it.
I look at it every day, and I'm thinking, I
do
really
love
want to
my
open this
foot
up
scrub
and
because you were thinking about me when you gave it to me.
It's just. I think.
What other items besides a foot scrub have I not used?
There's facial cleansers. There's a hand soap in there that never got opened. There's a whole lot of other things.
There's a hand soap in there?
Yeah, there's a big hand soap, a rosemary hand soap.
Oh, I smell it, and I'm like...
You haven't smelled that one.
Yes, I have, because I thought of putting some in my bubble bath, and then I'm like, it's a little...
Too harsh?
Strong.
Okay.
Well, maybe I could use it.
Well, I'm going to use everything, and I'm going to use that deck like crazy, because I plan on building my voiceover career off of that deck, so don't give me... please, I mean, that's...
Well, we were just debating on whether why do people get stressed out at the holidays? Do people get stressed out
receiving
about
gifts,
receiving or giving, or what's the stressful part of give? And I like to give things, so I'm glad I got that for you.
Here's a moccasin belt from my mother's collection in the 1930s.
Look at that hand beaded.
Yeah, this is a 1930s
or
belt.
some kind of beading. I think it's hand beaded.
I'm regifting it to you.
Oh, is it for me?
I don't think it'll fit me.
What? Watch it. What if it does fit me? That would be kind of
That
cool.
would be kind of funny. It's already a belt. No, it won't. No, it's just not even a big. It would barely fit you. It's really for
A kid.
Yeah, it's from the 1930s.
And if you give it to a kid, they wouldn't necessarily appreciate it.
No, it's like handmade moccasin stuff from the 1930s.
Unless
no, it won't fit. I'm sorry.
Unless you get really, really tight.
Unless you become
emaciated
like Karen Carpenter, then it would fit.
Fit me
That
right
would
here around my chest.
I don't think so. It will fit you, but I don't think it'll be comfortable. So
it won't fit around my hips because they're kind of wide.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't had kids.
Well, no, you're just actually you're showing off your thin waist. So, thank you. I don't want to waste the time here in the show. These people value your time.
That's true. Well, no, they value your time. They don't. Me, I'm just like whatever.
No,
Sarah's here.
They're here for you. They only get a small portion of you.
Wear it as a bracelet. I think my wrist is a little small. It is a cool belt. Anyway, ultraviolet light. Yeah, there's a company that makes these light bulbs, these ultraviolet lights, and they are very cool. They're very good. Thank you, Mad Dog. Okay. I'll say, well, I have it pulled up and I'll tell David he can read it. But I'll say he doesn't want him to read it out loud. Derriere. Remain? That would should be a new one that I say after the holiday. Remain on your derriere. What does that mean? Stay seated. Because I do different things with students, like entrez-vous, s'il vous plaît. I've never shown my toes. Oh, derriere. Okay, thank you. Not A. Derriere. Derriere. When? I never showed my toes last night. No, I might have talked about my toes and how they're curled, but I have hammer toes, but I've never revealed my hammer toes. All right. It's not funny. People have had to have surgery in my family for it, Cal Worthington. So I inherited it. I don't know. There's parts of my hands that I don't really like. And my hands were covered with mosquito bites this summer. I finally don't have all the red little dots from the mosquito bites. Finally. That's hilarious, Milrose. That's hilarious. Okay, you think you're going to get your family together for a pre-Christmas pie dream session so you get them all what they want. Pipe dream session. I like that. Christmas has been solved. It can be at Thanksgiving. Write down everything they're thankful for. And then, oh, you should have a new question at Thanksgiving. One is, what are you thankful for? And two, if you could do anything you wanted, if money was no option, what would you do with your life? And then the third question, now what would you do under $5? Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, Melrose, how did you guess? I do not have the side bunion thing. And I have that's on the top of the toe, but only on my pinky toe and my ring toe. But I don't have the bunion thing. A rainbow unicorn happy fun time coloring book. No lazy Sponheim. That's why they make repellent for the mosquitoes. I don't want to put pesticides on my skin, but heck, if I were forced to be around mosquitoes again, which I just won't ever go there. No, because I balance on my, you know, the palm of your foot, like right there. That's where I do most of my balancing. And then some here. And that's what it's like. It's kind of like that. Like that. No, not the arch. No, not the arch. Like there's this part. The ridge. The arch is like between the heel and the ridge. I know, it's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. No, I have not shaved my legs, so... Yes, the ball. That's what I meant to say. Thank you, Melrose. The ball of my foot. You're correct. No, definitely. I take that back. I did not get David a rainbow unicorn coloring book. David would not like me after if I ever got him that. He'd be like, "We're done." I like that you read. It's too late for coffee, or too early, depending on your perspective. I guess if you want to stay up all night. Alright, scissor fight, sorry. Looking at your picture now. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's see what it says. Yes, exactly. Well, David had another one about Rudolph or the Red-Nosed Reindeer earlier, an Imgur link, and it was like Rudolph it had a picture of Rudolph, and it says how people like try to, I forgot the word, but it was like people are oh, they ostracize you unless they can use you. They ostracize you for being different or discriminate. I don't know if it was discriminate. Yeah, maybe it was. They make you feel bad for being different unless they realize they can use you. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Melrose, that's completely inappropriate. I'm glad to know that's what you want for Christmas. What's your address? How should I send it? What size? Yes, that one. Deviation from the norm will be punished unless it's exploitable. Exactly. Hello, Alcati. Your name reminds me of alkaline. Well, I would ask if you drink alkaline tea, but that's the wrong spelling for tea. Do you play golf with an alkaline? Never mind. I'm broadcasting on other chat rooms too, so. Oh, John. Oh. That was pretty cute, yeah. That's where you need to go shopping, Melrose. Just go shopping. Find out. See what floats your boat. But be prepared to take a lot of money with you. It's a chain. It's a franchise, so there's a whole chain. I'm sure there's bound to be one near you. Chain store. Unless you're super religious and it will be like, oh, couldn't possibly do that. I don't mean to brag, but I just got a puzzle together in one day, and the box said 2 to 4 years. That's adorable. That's cute. That's very cute. Yeah, that could happen, Mad Dog. People turn religious when they need something. Oh, interesting, so Saudi. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I like wordplay like that. Oh God, now Mr. Bill, now you got it stuck in my head for Christmas. Thanks. You got the Go See Cal song stuck in my head. I totally used to hear that song on TV too. Oh man. I don't think David would like me to wake him up with Christmas singing, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal. And his dog Spot. And every time his dog would be like, it would never be a dog. It would be like an elephant or a zebra or a giraffe, or it would never be a dog. I'm sure his poor dog probably was really named Spot, but go into the showroom and there was a dog with a spot. Like the Taco Bell dog. We're doing the Go See Cal thing because I read Mr. Bill's thing and then they got
Oh, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal. If you want to buy a car, go see Cal. That was a great song.
Yeah, and he's like, if you want a car or truck, go see Cal. If you want to save a buck, go see Cal. Or give a new car to your wife. She will love you all your wife. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
I'll eat a bug. Yeah, he was great. He lived to be 97 years old, which, he never bought.
That's because of his bug eating days.
Yeah, the insects really got him going. No, it was his handling of tigers that soothed his soul.
Oh.
He was a tiger handler. You know, Cal was not a crook. He leased cars. You know that he never actually bought a car his entire life. If you want an awkward date, go see Cal. If you want a weird moment, go see Cal.
Okay, don't read this out loud, David. But somebody sent you an IM. They don't want you to read it to the room.
Oh, wow. Really? Okay. We can never get enough of those. I'll tell you. Thank you, man. Wow. You know, and I can't tell you how many times this year I said to Sarah, do you have that item? And she said, yeah, here it is in my purse.
Yeah,
and we needed it. Yeah, because you know, you get in tough situations, you need that kind of a thing. Talking about a certain gift. Well, thank you, man. That's very kind of you. Go see Cal. Go see Cal. Yeah, he leased every car he ever had. He never actually bought a car. And it was smart to lease your own car. That way, you know, he never had to really worry about losing capital. He always kept his money moving. Uber's Travis Kalanick flees a sinking ship, really? So the CEO...
I personally don't think it will be a sinking ship anymore.
I don't think it will be.
I think it was more like, oh, now we've lost the dead weight. We can fill the holes and float.
Yeah, Travis Kalanick
that's my thought.
Had a bad rap going for a while with Uber. He had a bad thing happen. Basically, he got some bad press, and a lot of things happened. There was a lawsuit recently with Uber, but Uber is heavily invested in the future, and I agree with Sarah. I think we're going to be looking to Uber at, you know, all the different venues. They've got autonomous cars going into Saudi Arabia for women that can't drive. Isn't that a cool idea?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I know you were trying to tell me about that. But
yeah, Saudi Arabia is going to have Uber's car fleet will be driving autonomously for women who are not allowed to legally drive. Apparently the Uber CEO said bad things about Saudi Arabia. Now they canceled their gig. Oh, sorry. Look at that one.
But this guy, he's the guy that's hopefully leaving.
Okay.
I mean,
the CEO is giving them a bad rep, in other words. Okay, we'll see if Uber gets out of this one. But the Uber chief called Khashoggi's murderer.
Oh, wait, never mind.
So he basically made a comment about Khashoggi's murder, and it's affected.
Well, no, maybe it's not him though. Maybe it's somebody else.
Okay, we'll just wait and see on Uber. Thank you. I'm over Uber. So thank you, Scissor Fight. We got another image. Did we see this one as well?
The accident forced a suspension of Uber's self-driving car tests.
Oh, okay. An accident stopped it. So I guess their self-driving car tests are not going well at Tempe. I can't believe this is the end of Uber. No way. I don't think so. I find that hard to believe. There's so many people that make money on Uber in this day and age that they've got a pull of people that are driving Uber cars for whatever reason to make money. And that alone keeps people in business. And the fact that people need a cheap ride, that too keeps people in business. So it's almost like a force of nature holding this thing together. Tech transportation companies keep bending the knee for Saudi Arabia. Hey, it is coffee time. Thank you. I don't know if Prince MBS has anything on him regarding Khashoggi. Nothing tying him to Khashoggi's murder. So it's still business as usual with the Emirates and the leader, Prince MBS, Mohammed bin Salman. Our country's still on track to keep our relationship going forward. Even though Putin and Trump are working collaterally there, we can still maintain solid relations with that country, as we have for years. Tomorrow will be the opening of Meta-Nemesis Gift. We have to wait till the 25th to open it by his rule. So we'll open it tomorrow. An aborted fetal cell in DNA. At least 27 vaccines contain aborted baby cells. Good to know. Thanks. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't want tainted vaccines for anybody. That's a terrible thing. We'll take a look at that
During my
tonight.
research, I came across that we were using aborted fetal tissue and aborted fetal cells, specifically the cell line HEK293T cells. It's going to be utilized in the production of the Ebola vaccine up here in Ames.
Wow.
It really wasn't until I was starting to read papers that they spelled out, okay, HEK means human embryonic kidney cells, 293T. And so that's when it kind of hit me, oh my gosh, I am using aborted fetal tissue and embryonic fetus's tissue to produce virus in our lab. And it made...
Wow. Okay. This is an admission of a very serious thing. Thank you, Sarah, for a wonderful evening, giving us tremendous support. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Have some pumpkin pie that you made. It's really good.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah, that was incredible. Thank you, Sarah. Awesome. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you got the power.
Made my stomach turn, as well as just really sent me back emotionally and morally, because I knew what I was doing was wrong. And they're going to continue to look at different tissues of abortions to see if there's other cell lines that can do things that they want it to do.
Would you vaccinate yourself or your children with this vaccine?
No.
Okay. Testimonials from people in the industry. Interesting little snippets from eyewitness accounts of what these viruses are all about when they become attenuated vaccine viruses. Moist and nemesis. There you go. That's a nice way to put it. It's meta-nemesis, dude. Okay. You know, we're hoping that most of our brain cells will be completely fried by 2021. You know, so we won't even have to talk. It'll be like, we'll have the Walking Dead show. You know, we won't even have anything to talk about anymore. It's a new America. I didn't say it's a better America. It's a new America. I support. I'd like to support a better America. I really would. But either way, we're going to have a weird future if we keep going with the two parties. And we're headed nowhere, really. I mean, they're polluting the environment, destroying the earth. Look at Fukushima. Fukushima, Fukushima, men have named you. The radioactive drift off the coast is incredible. I mean, look at this. Our government isn't even testing the Fukushima water, and it's still draining into the ocean, now going on 10 years. This devastating penetration of radioactive water throughout our entire coastline. Our government isn't even checking the water radiation levels along the Pacific Rim. Hello? Earth to humans, critical alert. Your leaders are stupid and corrupt. Earth to humans. So we had a little time to wake up here, but other than that, we're going to be pretty much brain dead by 2021 if we keep it up. The tax business had the ride model down, and Uber may have well ruined the entire model. Well, this is the thing, John. The fact that Uber had a chance to build their entire empire off of no insurance for the drivers, and their affidavits saying they're insured, yet the insurance companies not even aware that, and many of them disavow you as an insuree if you're driving an Uber car, even if you're a passenger. So with none of that in place by our government, who's to blame here? Why would we allow Uber to even operate its business if they didn't have their insurance act together, and they didn't? So here we are looking at a major service that needs to be performed because people need to move around. If I were president right now, I would begin offering a national insurance plan, auto insurance plan, and I would underwrite anybody who didn't qualify or possibly wanted to be, picked up by this insurance plan at a fair price. Now, in Alberta, Canada, in the province of Alberta, they have tested out an auto insurance program run by the province, and it's reduced the rates as much as 17 to 20%. So something like that would be ideal, and then we could embrace the Uber model and absorb the cost of the liability. Our government could easily offer insurance plans, even health insurance, a public option. We've even talked about that. Now, the public option the Democrats are putting on the table is like $100 a month. I beat that by $40. It's $60 a month for the one I'm proposing, which will lock down the cost of everyone who is going to get health care. Will have fixed rates, no variability between the hospitals, as long as they're part of the public nonprofit nexus. Anyone outside of that public nonprofit nexus would be paying full prices of private health care. In this way, we run parallel to the health care problems in our country. We have a parallel solution